Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Ben Rech. I'm a project manager at Thiess in our Asset Services and Decarbonisation division. My role at Thiess includes two elements. First and foremost, myself and the team are responsible for the decarbonisation of Thiess's mobile fleet in a manner aligned to our decarbonisation targets. And secondly, we're actually also looking for commercial opportunities to offer new services into the market that provide value for our current and potential clients. I'm here today to talk to you about three things: the unique problems facing Thiess in our journey to net zero, the interdependencies that we consider need to be solved concurrently to achieve net zero, and then outline our approach to asset decarbonisation in this energy transition. Got it. Now, I'm sure most of you here today are either from Australia or Indonesia are well aware of who Thiess are. However, considering this is an international mining conference, I thought I would start with a very short profile. So Thiess is a global mining services provider where we are currently operating at over 60 sites in 7 countries. We offer a broad range of services from engineering and extraction through asset management services to rehabilitation and training. We have a big team. There's over 15,000 of us, and our 6 strategically located rebuilding facilities support our fleet, which is one of the world's largest. To give you an idea of the quantum of the problem that we are trying to solve, Thiess's fleet contains almost 1,200 100-ton plus haul trucks, 180 large mining excavators, and over 400 pieces of ancillary mining equipment. Oops. From an emissions perspective, mobile equipment typically accounts for up to 50% of a mine's total carbon footprint. And as you can see here, diesel-powered trucks and excavators are the primary emitters. While more and more mine owners are increasingly making commitments to move towards net zero, decarbonisation outcomes have not kept pace. The technologies and infrastructure needed to truly achieve net zero carbon emissions efficiently, reliably, and economically is not yet available. Some of the barriers to decarbonisation from our perspective includes the high upfront capital costs for new energy equipment, infrastructure limitations in remote mining locations, battery performance in harsh mining environments, and pricing uncertainty in the supply chain for critical minerals. So now that I've introduced Thiess, I thought I would take a minute to frame how we see the problem. Thiess is in a unique position to solve the complex problem of mining fleet decarbonisation. As a mining services provider, we don't have the large resources of mine owners. However, we have a greater impetus and broader scope to be able to tackle decarbonisation from multiple angles. What I'd like to do now is outline the differences between Thiess and a Tier 1 mine owner to highlight the need for a different approach. So from a Tier 1 mine owner perspective, they usually have homogeneous fleet. The equipment at site is typically serves its useful life at that site. And when collaborating with OEMs, they can commit to purchasing large quantities once the product is developed. By comparison, Thiess as a mining services provider, we have a truly global fleet. It's mobilised around the world according to demand, and therefore we have mixed fleets at sites across our operations. As the contractor market gets more and more competitive, we are running our assets longer, and we are 0-hour rebuilding our trucks through our facility in Batam rather than automatically replacing them. It's well documented that the movement of 2 years ago into hydrogen and full battery electric vehicles has taken a backseat as a solution to the short to medium term issue of converting existing assets. This is due to the economics of hydrogen and full battery electric. Therefore, from Thiess's perspective, there's no commercially available single step from diesel to zero emissions available. So our challenge is to decarbonise our existing diesel equipment in the short to medium term to meet our decarbonisation targets and provide value to our clients without purchasing new equipment in replacement programs from the OEMs. So Thiess is looking to third-party retrofit partners to assist in our pathway to net zero. What you're looking at here is our anticipated decarbonisation technology rollout plan. We acknowledge that decarbonisation is non-linear and heavily reliant on technology development. Technology will evolve, so it is important that we maintain flexibility as we develop implementation options and timelines for decarbonisation. This rollout will also help us to meet our emissions reduction targets as outlined in the blue spheres. Strong collaboration with industry partners will also be required to ensure technology is available on a commercial scale. Through trials and pilots on our own fleet, we develop the skill sets and learnings required to expand the selected technologies. We have a range of OEMs and asset types, so we need to develop a cross-section of solutions. Ultimately, we're a service provider, so we need to have a collaborative approach with our clients. So why can't we roll everything out today, and why is the timeline non-linear? Well, fundamentally, the economics. For most people I talk to, when I say asset decarbonisation, in their minds, they automatically think about some sort of drivetrain conversion. This is understandable, as the drivetrain is, in fact, the primary carbon emitter. However, the problem is actually much larger and contains many interdependencies. For example, when you retrofit a truck today, in 250 hours, you're going to need to do a service on that truck. So who's going to do that? You're going to need a workforce of ready and capable people ready to keep those assets running to avoid unnecessary downtime. Therefore, the way we are thinking about this problem is that what are all the elements required to support a new energy piece of equipment? As I've spoken about, obviously the drivetrain conversion, but also staff readiness and training of our large team, which we are calling our workforce of the future. The question here is, what are the skill sets and fundamental knowledge base required to be able to operate and maintain these new technologies? Training is imperative to ensure timely and accurate troubleshooting. Skills are dispersed through our labour force of new energy battery and automation SMEs, HV electricians, etc., who will be working alongside our existing team. We also recognise the immediate benefits that autonomy can deliver in terms of reduction in cost and increase in productivity. However, we're also looking to the future that autonomy is widely considered an imperative to the implementation of battery electric vehicles due to the complex nature of charging choreography. AI enables autonomy by powering predictive analytics and machine learning models that inform autonomous equipment operations. This is crucial for autonomous equipment, where AI-powered systems continuously process real-time data, allowing equipment to operate independently and efficiently. AI also supports autonomy by ensuring the system makes the best decisions in real time. For example, optimal route detection, which making dynamic decisions about the safest and most efficient route, object detection and collision avoidance. So AI-powered sensors and cameras detect nearby vehicles, equipment, animals, and people in case of any potential collision risk. The AI can immediately command the truck to slow down or stop, preventing accidents. And again, AI will redefine the skill requirements within the workforce, shifting demand towards data analytics, AI specialists, and technology literate operators. FMS is essential to monitor emissions and equipment performance, such as energy and fuel consumption, haul routes, idle times, delays, bottlenecks, enabling operations to reduce their carbon footprint by making informed decisions in the day-to-day operation. For electric and hybrid vehicles, operations will use FMS to coordinate charging schedules, ensuring vehicles are charged when renewable energy generation is highest or when it has the least impact to operations to improve productivity. You're probably now starting to see why our rollout plan is non-linear and requires flexibility, because each problem solved can create a new problem. So now coming back to the economic question. At this current point, new energy drivetrains are effectively a bang-for-buck decision. What you're looking at here is that you can take a significant step towards achieving net zero on the far right-hand side. However, it's going to cost a lot for charging infrastructure in the case of full battery electric vehicles, or alternate fuel manufacture and storage in the case of hydrogen fuel cells. There are many third parties who are investing significant resources into developing solutions across the spectrum of decarbonisation technologies. So the question is, what makes commercial sense for Thiess today? For Thiess, in order to remain competitive and in line with our strategy of 0 hour rebuilding our assets rather than replacing, our first step is diesel hybrid retrofits and dual fuel retrofits, as this presents our most cost-effective solution. As I said earlier, Thiess is looking to third-party partnerships in order to embark on our rollout plan. This slide shows what our aspirational partners could look like. However, two that we've been proud to announce recently are Econ Mining Technology for hybrid and autonomous technology, and Flanders for large hybrid retrofit solutions. More than 650 trucks in Thiess Group companies' fleet will reach the end of their service life in the next 8 years. So instead of replacing the current diesel-powered trucks with new ones that are also diesel-powered with long service lives ahead of them, Thiess will 0 hour rebuild those trucks through our facility in Batam and retrofit the hybrid drivetrain. The intent is to extend the current truck service life until they can be replaced by alternate low or zero carbon emission trucks when the technology is commercialised. So what I'd like to do now is just talk you through a couple of the high-level projects that are going on internally at Thiess. First being our 0 hour rebuilding centre, I've just mentioned several times. So this facility is strategically located near Singapore. The rebuild centre serves as a hub for 0 hour rebuilding Thiess's mining trucks, equipment and components for its operations in Australia and Asia. This purpose-built, state-of-the-art rebuild centre enables Thiess to play a bigger role in the future of sustainable mining. The rebuilt equipment and components will result in improved machine productivity, incorporating product updates and technology improvements, and delivering enhanced mining efficiencies at a lower cost for our clients. As I mentioned, the Thiess Rebuild Centre also establishes a platform for us to explore decarbonisation and alternate fuel technologies, as well as the opportunity to provide these services to our clients in the future. As I've mentioned to you, the first step is our drivetrain. The first step in drivetrain rollout is hybrid for Thiess. We currently have 2 projects underway. The first is a new hybrid truck from our partner Econ, which we're looking to trial in our Indonesian operations. This is a 93-tonne payload wide body unit, which has the ability to reduce fuel savings by up to 40%, depending on the dynamics of the mine. Our Indonesian operations and mining methods are currently better suited to smaller trucks, which presents a great match to this well-developed hybrid unit. The second project is a hybrid retrofit project for our larger haul trucks on the East Coast with our partner Flanders. 180-tonne plus mechanical drive trucks are a large part of Thiess fleet and the local market population here on the East Coast, hence the obvious need for a solution in this space. As I said, we have partnered with Flanders, and both teams are finalising the feasibility assessment for this bridging solution to support the market until a full battery electric vehicle solution becomes commercially available. We see both of these partnerships as critical to our journey to net zero. Over the course of 2024, in our latest stage of trials, we've been running 2 Cat 793F haul trucks on compressed natural gas at Curragh with support of Coronado and our partner MES. We've received positive trial results confirming that the indicated gas substitution rates and delivering significant emission reductions. For Thiess, we're excited about the prospect of this technology to create the value for our clients, especially since the introduction of the safeguard mechanisms. Moving forward, we are looking at options on how we expand and in particular leverage the coal mines that need a solution for their fugitive gas, which provides an additional benefit. So, alongside the mandate to decarbonise the Thiess fleet, we see an opportunity for Thiess to help others in a similar position. If what I'm saying sounds useful to you because you're at a similar stage in your rollout to net zero, I'd welcome the discussion. Because the step in this direction for Thiess is to share our knowledge and resources with industry participants so you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Thiess is looking to its partners to provide the technology expertise in which we can develop the people and process around the technology to offer services to the market, which tackle the interdependencies of the problem, such as retrofits facilities, maintenance and training, governance, safety, data solutions, and autonomy. So in summary, mining fleets contribute significantly to a mine's total carbon footprint and therefore offer the greatest opportunities for emissions reductions and savings. But the fuel and energy technologies are still evolving and not yet economical at the scale that mining needs. We all know that there's no single solution to the trilemma of reliable, affordable, and zero carbon energy. It is a non-linear progression and will take collaboration among mine owners, operators, service providers, and OEMs and third-party partnerships to deliver workable solutions as we transition. Thiess is on a path well-travelled towards net zero, and we invite like-minded companies to come along with us. Please connect with me on LinkedIn to pick up this discussion.